Hello class, today I will be presenting my PowerPoint presentation on hand washing. What is hand washing? Hand washing is the act of washing hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds and or the use of an alcohol-based hand rub, according to the CDC. The importance of hand washing. As many of you know, hand washing is the most cost-effective way of preventing illnesses. However, hand washing compliance continues to be an issue. An estimated $8.3 to $11.5 billion is spent on hospital-acquired infections. Take a moment and think about how that money can be used for so many other resources for our patients. Hand washing alone can decrease respiratory illnesses by up to 21%, as well as prevent 50% of deaths due to diarrheal diseases. If everyone routinely washed their hands, 1 million deaths could be prevented yearly. Now that is something to ponder. Here are a few points on when to wash your hands with soap and water versus the use of hand sanitizer. You want to wash your hands after using the restroom. If your hands are visibly soiled, wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Singing the happy birthday song twice will help you accomplish that goal. Wash your hands when exposed to bodily fluids and before performing any procedures, including dressing changes. Wash your hands before and after eating. I cannot tell you how many times I see nurses finish their lunch and walk back onto the unit without washing their hands. So make sure you're washing your hands before and after you eat your lunch. Lastly, always wash your hands before and after caring for someone with C. diff. Remember to wash the palm of your hands, the back of your hands, in between your fingers, and under your fingernails to wash your hands effectively. When using an alcohol-based hand rub, you want to use one with at least 60% of alcohol content. Use hand sanitizer before entering a patient room, and make sure you're nudging your buddy to use hand sanitizer as well. Through my observations, nurses are performing rounds and not sanitizing before or after each room. Although hand sanitizer is not the most effective way of removing germs, it is acceptable to use if soap and water are not readily available. Lastly, make sure you are rubbing the hand sanitizer, covering all areas of your hands until your hands are dry. 5 steps in hand washing. There are 5 easy steps in hand washing. First, you want to wet your hands with warm water. However, I found a fun fact that the temperature of the water is not as important as scrubbing your hands to remove the germs. Whether the water is warm or cold, the act of hand washing removes the same number of germs. Next, you want to add soap to your hands to get rid of the germs. Scrub the front, the back, between your fingers and fingernails for 20 seconds. Rinse your hands under warm water and dry your hands with a clean towel. And I like this good little saying here, give me 5. And that is a good reminder to make sure that you are always washing your hands. Before ending, I have 3 reminders to leave with you. We can never be too busy to clean our hands. Our goal is to keep our patients safe, our visitors safe, and lastly, ourselves safe. We are performing patient care, and we need to be healthy for not only our patients, but for our families as well. Make sure you're scrubbing your hands for at least 20 seconds. Always err on the side of caution. If you see your peer not washing their hands when needed or using hand sanitizer when appropriate, politely remind them to wash their hands. We must hold each other accountable and encourage safe practices. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and remember, clean hands save lives. Here is a list of my references that I used for this particular presentation. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night.